Welcome into Game Night Live Rewind, another edition of Crossover coming your way up here in Region 11. Dane, Stewart, pleased to be joined by Nick Zollinger of the Cache Valley Radio Media Group. Nick, look, when we talk about Region 11 girls basketball, top team in 4A and really one of the best teams in the state right here in Ridgeline. 18-1 coming into action this week. This has been a really strong group for the Riverhawks this year.
Yeah, the Ridgeline Lady Riverhawks have played some great basketball. They've beat some good opponents throughout the preseason, and they've started out the region play undefeated. 4 sophomores and a freshman, and so they're young, but they are tenacious and very competitive group, and they play some good basketball.
That's the amazing thing. You look at this roster, there is a lot of youth on it, and yet to that point, they've defeated Davis, defeated Desert Hills, Skyview. They've defeated a lot of good teams. Their only loss is out of state to a team in Idaho. And so talking about all that youth, Emily Skinner, she's been fantastic this year for them, averaging 18 points a game, 7 boards. Livingston, there's a whole lot of pieces on this Ridgeline roster.
Yeah, the whole starting five contributes offensively and defensively. Emily's one of those players that can get it done in a variety of ways. She plays great defense. If she's not scoring one night, she's rebounding, she's getting steals, she's finding her other players and getting assists. And when she is scoring, she can put the ball in the basket at a high percentage. So she's been a great player. A little fact about her entire Little League career, up to this point, coming into high school, she played with the boys.
Oh, wow.
So she always played with the boys, and you can see out on the court, she plays like a boy. She's physical, she's long, she's not afraid to rebound, she's a great scorer. She's got all the tools, and as a freshman, we're really excited for the next 4 years to watch her play basketball.
Yeah, I'll bet the state will be lucky to see her development over the next couple of years and what she's able to turn into over her prep career. It's not just Ridgeline. Obviously, they're the number one team. They're undefeated in region at 6-0 coming into games this week. But you look at a team like Skyview. This is a team that defending state champ Coach Hall, made that great run in the tournament last year. They're 4-2 in region, but you got Radford and Hyatt as well as Helster. And there's a lot of pieces, and I would say a team that maybe you don't have that standout like an Emily Skinner, but as a collective group, it's a tough bunch.
Yeah, I call those three the big three. They're extremely good basketball players. They're missing a little Merrill girl, Addie Merrill, that's extremely good too. If she gets healthy and comes back, they're going to be another force to contend with. I honestly see Ridgeline, Desert Hills, and Skyview being your main contenders for a state title this year. I think they're, have set themselves apart as the best 3 teams in the state. Skyview, took this Ridgeline team into overtime the first time we played them. It was wire to wire. One team scored 4 points in overtime, one team scored 2. And Ridgeline came out victorious. Green Canyon went and played really well against this Skyview team and ended up winning by, I believe, 7. So Green Canyon's still a really good team, but this Skyview team tonight will be they'll give Ridgeline all they can handle, so it'll be fun.
We'll skip a team and we'll head to Green Canyon because that's a really interesting team for the Wolves this year. A win over Jordan. That's a team that's been really strong in 5A this season. Just have the one region loss. Win over Dixie, Pineview, Skyview. Green Canyon, they've got some nice wins, and you look at McKenna, 17 points a game, 11 rebounds a game, 3 steals. She does a lot of things for the Wolves.
Yeah, she's very strong. She's a good player. McKenna, from ball handling, shooting, scoring, rebounding, she averages double digits rebounds. So she's a double threat every game you play her. And then the Tensmeyer girl is just extremely quick. She handles the ball well. She can shoot it from outside. They just kind of miss those 4 and 5 pieces that some of the other teams have with some depth. But yeah, they're dangerous as well. They're going to be another contender.
Yeah, so. Cambry Tensmeyer,
yes,
who you were talking about, and then Brooke Moore averaging double figures. Monson, thank you. Brooke Monson averaging double figures as well. So they got a lot of scores. We leapt Mountain Crest. Let's come back to the Mustangs because this is a team at 4-2 in region play as well. They're tied for second place with Skyview this week. Haven Brown, 12 points per game, and then Sadie Coggins with 12 points per game. What have you seen from the Mustangs this year? They got to win over Green Canyon to kind of help put them in the top half of region.
So I think they go as Haven goes. Haven's the leader on that team and definitely by far their most powerful offensive threat. They get some help from Callie Jones off the bench. Is kind of a good, strong post player. She's a really good rebounder. And then the other Coggins twin is a good player as well. So, yeah, Mountain Crest is a great team as well.
You look at the bottom of this region, Logan, a team that made that great run in the state tournament last year, graduated Karchner, kind of knew it was going to be a tough year for Logan.
Rebuilding year.
It has been. And then you look at Bear River, and this is a team that feels like on a given night they could come up and shock you. You can't look over the Bears. That being said, been a bit of a tough year for Bear River. When you look at those two rosters, who are some of the girls that you think are maybe don't get the credit, maybe overlooked when you look at Bear River and Logan?
I think the Dally girl at Bear River is a really good player. Like you say, I think it's funny. Skyview lost to Mountain Crest, Skyview boys, going to the boys' side. And it woke everybody up. It's like, whoa, anybody can be beat. They thought after Skyview beat Ridgeline, they were kind of in the driver's seat. So at any given night, any of these teams in region can beat another team. So you can't come in and take them lightly. You got to come out and play hard. Bear River, Mountain Crest, whoever your opponent is, these girls have got to be ready to go and take it to them each and every region game.
So we're going to end this with a couple questions for you. You're kind of our Region 11 expert. So if there's a sleeper team in this region that is positioned to make a deep run in a state tournament, who is that team?
A sleeper team?
A sleeper team, yeah.
Well,
you can't pick Ridgeline here.
Yeah, they're not. I don't know if you would even call Green Canyon a sleeper team, but, they're an extremely talented group of kids. And that program is going to be good for a long time. That JV team's extremely good, and their sophomores are good. So, Green Canyon could be a team that could surprise a few people in the state tournament. I think that the Region 11 is slightly stronger than the Region 10, top to bottom. Mountain Crest could give some people some matchup problems in the state tournament as well. So I'd probably pick Green Canyon, though, if I had to pick a sleeper.
Who would be your Region 11 MVP?
Emily Skinner.
Okay.
To do the things that she's done as a freshman up to this point for her, she's an extremely talented player. And like Mountain Crest with Haven Brown, the Lady Riverhawks go as Emily goes. The reason she's my MVP, she finds other ways when she's not scoring to make her team better.
I love that. I love that. More than just points in the box score, right?
Yep.
And then who is your defensive specialist? If you had to pick that player you need to lock down, who are you looking at in Region 11?
The Hyatt girl at Skyview, she's a really good player as well and a good defender. A lot of the Bobcats play tough defense. I'd probably give it to Hyatt at Skyview.
All right. So. That's a good pick. I'll tell you, a lot of great basketball being played up here. Talk about Emily Skinner, her great year so far, just a youngster. Keep a track on the teams up here in Region 11. Of course, you guys do a lot of streams up here, and so there's great ways for you to watch the action up here. And I want to thank Nick Zollinger for coming on with us here on Crossover.
You bet. Thanks.